like the way that the flag appears over the globe there. Isn't it pretty when a little spark at the top there and my little logo comes up and my bright, cheery face, usually with you in the morning, is with you in the evening this evening. Good evening to you, boys and girls. It's Sunday, the 22nd of April, 2018. Welcome to a little nighttime chat show. Now, I'm not sure if these colours are clashing tonight. Is it okay? I think... I don't know if I should have worn that colour with that colour. I've actually got the T-shirts a bit dirty. I won't lie to you. Down here, I'm not going to show... No, I'm not going to show them to you. Down here is a couple of... I think they're toothpaste stains on my T-shirt. But I sat here in front and I checked the picture before I started talking to you tonight, and I couldn't actually see the toothpaste marks, so I haven't bothered to change it. Isn't that disgusting? Do you think they do that on BBC News 24? You know, when one of my favourite presenters, Naga, comes on in the morning, does she change it? She had some dreadful left-wing bloke on there yesterday morning. Did you see him? Oh, ghastly man, dear, ghastly. He had the typical left-wing look. You know, the bald head and the thick black-rimmed glasses. Oh, yeah, I'm a Jeremy Corbyn fan. Oh, pathetic people. Well, I hope you're well this evening. I had a nice night last night. Only an hour and 10 minutes to get to work. It's very easy to get to work on a Saturday. I was doing a little bit of DJing at Central Station in King's Cross last night. And we had cabaret with Tanya Hyde. Unfortunately, it wasn't too busy. We had I think it was probably about 30 people in last night, which wasn't great, but we had a damn good night. And Tanya Hyde she's actually very good now. When she first started, she was absolutely dreadful. Dreadful. She was as wooden as the actors in Dynasty. She was really bad, and it just didn't come across. Now she comes across, and she's a pro now, and she's very, very good. You know, it's marvellous to see how people start a bit shaky. Some of them are just dire. Some people remain dire, unfortunately, and end up in reality television shows like Gemma Collins. You know, and people like that, Katie Price. Dire, dreadful people, dear. Any of the cast on The Only Way is Essex, Geordie Shore or Chelsea... Made in Chelsea. Any of those people are, at the bottom of the acting ladder and have been and will be there permanently because they're just dreadful people. Ghastly, awful people. But some come out of it. Look at Barry Manilow, dear. Look at the huge star known as Barry Manilow emblazoned on the wall behind me here. You know, I don't think a picture is enough of Barry Manilow. He needs to be chiselled into the wall. You know, like a tattoo. Like a tattoo. I know someone that's got a Barry Manilow tattoo on her arm. Yes, and she's met Barry Manilow a few times and always gets it out in front of him. The tattoo, yes, the tattoo. But I wonder if anyone's got a tattoo of me. And where would you have it? That's a question for you to answer tonight, boys and girls. If you had a tattoo of me... where would you have it? There's a question for you, okay? There's a question. So Tanya Hyde last night, fantastic show. And as I say, it's always great to see someone young work hard and then make something of it and turn it around. And she's certainly done that over the years. Great show last night, Tanya Hyde. Got up a little bit later than I usually do today because I didn't get up for the early mass down at the Corpus Christi because I tried a different church today. So I got up round about, instead of getting up at 7:20 today, I got up round about 9 o'clock. Had my breakfast. I had a bit of time to kill, so I mowed the front and back grass, which was getting very long because we had some wonderful weather, although apparently it's about to collapse. We have a full weather report from our weather reporter coming up soon. Well, not from the weather report. I'd be reading it myself. There is no other weather reporter in here. Usually, when we're doing this show in the morning, there's a whole team of staff working in various rooms, offices around this studio. Today, just me. Nighttime, they all go home early on a Sunday. They don't want to stay up for the late shows, dear. It's outrageous. Anyway, so I mowed the grass back and front, and I went to a different church this morning, Church of the Holy Ghost, which is in Crowthorne. And the reason I went there was because I was driving to Woking. Where was I going? I was going to get, and I've got to be careful in case he's watching. He may or may not be watching. Oh, I'll just tell you. I'll tell you. I won't tell you exactly where I went, but I drove somewhere to an undisclosed place. An undisclosed place to get my mate's birthday present. Now, he's no idea what it is. You've no idea what it is. He will not be able to guess or find the present. Now, I've had to hide it carefully. Okay, I may take it on holiday with me because as regular viewers to this very hugely popular programme, regular viewers know I'm off on holiday tomorrow. Okay, only for 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And when I go away, he moves in. Why? Because I've got the big house. That's why, dear. Because I've got the big house. So he moves in, I move out. So I may have to take the gift away with me so that he doesn't discover it. I would love to tell you what it is, but I can't. I can't in case he's secretly watching somewhere. He pretends not to watch any of my programmes. This is my best mate, Ron. He pretends not to watch any of these programs. I know he does. Absolutely. He's probably got one of those virtual IP address things. I don't know how they work, dear. But then you can log on to things and they can't trace where you are. I reckon he watches on one of those. So I can't tell you. I tell you what, do you want to try and guess what it is? See if you can guess what it is. If someone guesses what it is, I'll say yes. Okay, and then he may find out. See if you can guess what it is. There's no way you're going to guess what his gift is. There we are. So I went to the church, as I say, and I was driving past there the other day, and I thought, oh, it's another church there. So I came back here, and I looked it up on the internet, and I found the Church of the Holy Ghost. Okay, fine. And then I thought, I'll have a look at the newsletter. And there in the newsletter, they were asking for an organist. Now, I'm not an organist, but I can play to a point, right? I play keyboard. I can't read music very well. I can just about go along the top line. I can read music, but like a 1-year-old who's just learning to read, you know, funny names. Funny names. That's how I read music. I'm so slow, and I don't seem to be able to learn that. I've tried a couple of times. So I thought I'd go down and check it out today. So I went down there for the 11 o'clock mass. So you see, I didn't have to get up so early. Went for the 11 o'clock mass. They've only got one mass there on a Sunday, 11 o'clock, because the priest, Father Marcus, he does 2 churches. Because they're very short of priests and things here now. You know, in my church when I was a child, we had 3 priests in the one church, all shared, and there were like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. There were 7 masses on a Sunday. There's only one there. So I went down there to check it, and I thought, that's nice. And then they started the hymns, and all they had was a flute playing. There was no one playing the organ. I thought, wow. So I waited till the end, and I went and I introduced myself. Hello, Father, I'm Chris. I can play the organ. Oh, wow, can you? I said, I'll pop upstairs. So I went upstairs and met the people, and they got a proper one. It's not an electric one. They got a proper little organ with pipes and all that business. And it's really old-fashioned because when you push the keys down, you have to push them down. There's none of this touching. None of this electronic. You touch, and the key. No, you've got to push these things down. A little bit like driving a brand new car or one of the very old Land Rovers when you put it into gear. You know, and it goes in. It's a little bit like that, playing one of those old-fashioned organs. And it's got stops and all that. And this thing is like out of the archives. Wonderful. So I had a little go on that, and they got a piano as well. And cut a long story short, which I'm not known to do, as you well know, there's a little piano there as well, and they want me to join their folk group. So that's me and flute people and a guitar, because they don't have a keyboardist. Now, as I say, I can't read music, right? So I need to know what the hymns or songs are before we start. So they know that, but they do that anyway. And what happens is that they generally meet there at 10 o'clock in the morning, and they have a little practice, and then it goes on at 11. So I'm going to give it a go. Why not? Something else to get my teeth into. I'm looking forward to that. Never ever played with a little group. Now, the very fact that I can't read music means I might not be able to play in their key. If you know anything about music, I can do 1 sharp, I can do 2 sharps, I can just about do 3 sharps, or I can do one flat. For some reason, I can't do any more than one flat. It's got to be a mental block there somewhere, isn't it? So we'll see how we goes, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and that doesn't matter. And also, there's a lady who plays the organ there as well. Sometimes she can't do it, and then there's no one. Literally, there's no one to do it. So he'll give me a call. And I've already got a little email from him thanking me for coming forward this morning. So that's nice, isn't it? So there's something else to get me my teeth into there. Very much looking forward to that. All right. After that, I got back here around about 12:45. Done lunch. I had I've got into omelettes for some reason. I had omelette and chips and baked beans, and Ronnie came over and he had some chips, Slimmer's World chips, and then we watched Dynasty. And once again, absolutely hilarious. Dynasty on Netflix. It is one of the funniest things you've ever seen. The funny character on there is Fallon, who is the daughter of like the big man of Blake. She's the daughter, and she is absolutely hilarious. There was a scene, and the lines she comes out with. Honestly, the lines, she is vile. Absolutely vile and stuck up and horrible to people. But it's just so funny. And she was sitting at this open fireplace talking to someone, I can't remember. She said, well, my mother didn't help me at all. She didn't tell me how to be nice or even how to use a tampon. And me and my mate, we absolutely howled when that's the stuff she comes out with. And then there's another bit. There's this guy called Jeff Colby in it as well. That's the name of the character, Jeff Colby, who's in this some sort of event like a nightclub type thing, and he's drunk. He was doing Fallon at one. Sorry, that's the wrong term, isn't it? He was going with Fallon at one point, and he arrives really drunk, and Fallon's husband stood up. I'm not going to tell you the whole story. We'll be here all night. Fallon's husband stood up and they're having a row, and he stepped back, and then all of a sudden he'd go, bleh, bleh, and he was sick all over the floor, all over Sammy Joe's shirt. Sammy Joe is a gay character in there, and he's always so good looking. I would willingly sell my house and all its contents just for one date with Sammy Joe. I'm telling you that now. He is stunning. Puerto Rican. He looks Puerto Rican. Absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, so he's so he chucks up onto the floor and on his shirt, and then he steps back and slips over and takes half the people with him, and they're all on the floor in this sick. You've got please get into Dynasty. It is the funniest thing you've ever seen. The thing is, I don't know. I don't remember the original series being funny. It was good, and there were humorous parts. But this program is, and in sometimes the acting is so bad, it's hilarious. The worst actor in there, actress, is a tall, thin girl who's supposed to be Fallon's best friend with black, frizzy hair. She just cannot act to save her life. So that's Dynasty. Please give that a try on the Netflix, all right? So that was lunch. Then I came up and had a little sleep, and I've had some lunch tonight. I had my campfire stew, which is really so spicy it blows your head off. And here I am sitting talking to you. I've still not packed my bag yet. I haven't packed my bag yet, ready to go away. Honestly, not at all. It's empty. I've got an empty suitcase standing out in that hall, ready to pack when I finish chatting to you tonight. That is absolutely true. I've started doing my food bag. When I go away in this country, I stay in a caravan. I'm going to Yorkshire, one of the Haven holidays. Now, there's two up there. It's not that I'll tell you what one it is. If you want to have a little look on there, 1 minute. Let's have a look. It's at 1 moment, please. Just in case you want to turn up there and say hello. Oh wow, I can't find it now. Where have I put it? Do you know, it's ridiculous. I've had this booked for ages. I've had this booked for ages. It's not me who books it. It's my nephew's wife who booked it for me. I send her the money. Primrose Valley Holiday Park. It's a Haven Holidays, and that's in Filey, which is in Yorkshire. Primrose Valley Haven Holidays. So it's a caravan holiday. Oh, what have I done now? 1 minute. Oh, I thought I lost all the messages then. It's a caravan holiday, and that's what I do. And when you go on caravan holidays, they do have restaurants there, like a chip shop. There's generally probably a pizza place and like a normal restaurant for other food. Or in each caravan, you've got all your own cooking facilities, and I prefer to cook myself. I don't like eating out. I really don't like eating out too much at all. I think a lot of the time we go to a restaurant and that's outrageously expensive. So I rarely eat out unless it's an afternoon tea, but that's more of a sort of day out than sort of a meal out, if you see what I mean. So I like to take all my own food. But what I've found is whenever I go away to a caravan, I take away too much. I take too much food and then you've got to bring it all back again. So I'm this time I'm trying something different now. And I'm working out each meal and putting it in the bag and trying it like that. Mainly it consists of potatoes, baked beans and eggs and corn steaks. That's mostly what I eat, that sort of stuff. I've thought about taking my slow cooker, but then I thought, no, I'll probably take them out for a meal once or twice as well while we're there. So very much looking forward to that. And I should be leaving here tomorrow morning. And Ronnie will be coming over tonight anyway. He's not staying in my bed, though. Absolutely not. No, the pair of them can go in the spare room. I won't have anyone in my bed. No, thank you. Well, unless you're good looking. There might be one or two of you on here that have a chance with me tonight. There might be. Okay, so that's it. That's my day so far, boys and girls. Let's say hello to some of you. The delightful Shania Steele is there from the Isle of Wight. Good afternoon, Shania. Good evening, Shania. Have a look, darling. Holy Ghost Crowthorne is the church I'm thinking of. Well, I've offered my services now to have a go at playing the organ or keyboard for them. Adam the plumber's there. Gustav thinks I'm smashed out of my box at this time of night. Gustav, for some reason, thinks I'm always drunk. And, you know, when have a look at Gustav's comments whenever he makes them, he's generally actually talking about himself because he does live on the White Cider. You know, that white lightning stuff. Oh, my God. He goes to the local little Aldi and he buys bags full of the stuff. One bottle is not enough in a night. Let me do 3 or 4 bottles a day of that white lightning stuff that Gustav is drinking. So when he says smashed out of his box, he's actually talking about himself. Remember that. Hello to Ants Galloway. Evening, Ants. Danny Gibbs is up there in Cleethorpes. I don't know how close Cleethorpes is to Primrose... was it Primrose... I forgot what it's called now. Primrose Valley? Primrose Park? One of those two. All right. See, have a look, Danny. See what it is. Good evening, Jamie Clark, who's got a hangover. Well, that'll teach us for going out all night long, won't it? Jamie, you naughty boy. Too much drink, dear. When do I ever come here and say I have a hangover? Never, because I don't drink. End of. I may have a little cocktail or a glass. Can you get a glass of champagne? I might have a glass of champagne on Avon Holidays. Oh, yes. Might do that. Hey, here. Oh, I haven't got any left. Oh, what a fool. I've taken them up to my sister's and left them there. Oh, I've got a bottle of Prosecco. I might take that with me. Me and my nephew can sit there drinking that. Hello to Mark, Antony, Eden. Evening, Mark. Welcome to our show. Joey's there. Hello, Joey. Are your phone lines down your end? No, they're not down my end. Why? I haven't opened them up yet. Have you heard me say the phone lines are open? No. Therefore, they won't work yet. I have to do a couple of clicks before they burst into life. Hello to Ginger. Toothpaste stains. Any excuse? I'm sure it's definitely toothpaste stains. Just a minute. Oh, Yep, toothpaste stains, Ginger. Toothpaste stains. Thank you, Ginger. Tommy wants to know, when did you become camp? I've never been camp in my life. What are you talking about, Tommy? Camp, dear? I don't think so. Hello to Dino. Evening, Dino. Jack Brown's there. Hello, Jack. Welcome to the show, Jack. Lots of different people come across us at night time, don't they? Usually I'm here in the morning around about 9:30. You won't see any live shows at least until Friday next week now. All right, my darlings? Joey says, I won't have a tattoo of you, Chris. Why is that, Joey? I think a nice little tattoo of me on one of your muscles. Hang on, let me have a look at your photo. Oh. Oh, you've got nowhere to put one, have you, darling? Not a single muscle on that body at all. How disappointing, and at such a young age as well. I had a lovely defined body when I was your age. Come on, get down the gym and do some swimming, love. Thank you. All right. Hello to Kevin Webster. Welcome. Have your tattoo on my church newsletter. You can't put a tattoo on a church newsletter, can you? How'd you do that? Angela Waters has got a heart operation today. Well, good luck with that, Angela. Let us know how you get on with that, my darling, all right? Give us a little message after you've been in the hospital. She's having a bit of a heart operation. Yeah, good luck to Angela there. Hello to Heidi. Chris Lotz. Good evening, Chris. He says, Chris does his own videos as well, incidentally. Chris Lotz, and I've looked a couple of times, Chris. He says, your gift to Ronnie is a sense of humour. The boy needs one. No, I could buy him a sense of humour, but he probably wouldn't open the box if he knew that was in there. So, no, it's not a sense of humour, I'm afraid, okay? Not a sense of humour. Try again. There's Danny doesn't have any trouble with church music. That's right, Danny. Actually, I must tell you, boys and girls, there is someone else I know, okay, who goes to a different church. And they stopped going for a while. I won't tell you who it is, okay? Anyway, they went back there and someone else was in their seat. Now, let's just explain this, because I'm pretty sure there's probably one or two of you that don't go to church. I've got that feeling. Now, I don't know how it works in synagogues or Buddhist temples or mosques or places like that. But generally, in a Christian type church, whether it be Methodist, Catholic, Church of England, one of the happy clappy things with the tambourines, any of those, generally in there, you've got that seat that you usually sit in. Now, there are no names on the seats, but you like to sit in that seat. And if someone's there when you get in, I mean, you can't ask them to move, but you're disappointed. Possibly, dare I say it, angry. And this particular person went back to their church. I won't say if it was a girl or a boy. And someone was sitting in their seat. Absolutely shocking. Anyway, they went back the next week. Earlier, nope, that person was in the seat. And they went back today. And that person was in the seat. So, this other person, whose seat it normally is, are you following so far, sat directly behind them. Don't know what happened. I think the person told someone else to try and move them. So something was said to them, like there's a candle out or something like that. At which point this person got up from the seat and went over to deal with the candle or whatever it was. The other person whose seat it normally is then quickly got up, moved forward and sat in the seat and would not move from there. And the other one come back, didn't say anything. Probably a few tuts went on. We used to have an old lady when I went to the church in Bracknell Weir. There was an old lady. Now, what was her name? Not Dorothy. Can't remember. And she was quite old, probably about 75, 80 years old. And she had a walking stick. And she would always sit directly behind me. Okay? Now and again, she'd get there, there'd be someone in her seat. And she literally pushed her way back into her seat. Oh, hello, excuse me. And she'd literally put her arse in where the pew is and push it along, pushing the other people along. I love it. Etiquette at church. Next week, I'll be telling you the etiquette at saunas, boys and girls. We do everything here on the show. Everyone is welcome. Good evening to... good evening, Duke Chris. Good evening, Chris. Are you not out tonight? You're usually out somewhere, Chris, aren't you? I hope you're not streaming me onto one of the video screens in Cuba or something like that, are you? Hello to SOS Gregorian. This is unusual timing. Well, SOS, believe it or not, I don't schedule the show to appear at a certain time every day. Although it tends to be around about 9:30 in the morning. It can appear at any time in a puff of smoke, just like the witches from The Wizard of Oz. Oh, I'm melting! Melting! Ah! 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 And then they go. What happens when a witch melts? Do they reassemble themselves somewhere else? Huh? Probably as Katie Price. Got a Katie Price story coming in a minute. SOS says, can I reserve first hello for tomorrow's show? No, you blooming well can't. What do you mean reserve first hello? You've got to be there, sunshine. You can't just do that. Besides, there's no show tomorrow morning. We're off for a few days after this, dear. Reserve a hello for tomorrow, dear. God's sake. Do you know, I get people, and I don't have a problem with this. Sometimes they send their karaoke requests over on Facebook before they get there, which is okay if they come quickly. Do you know what I mean? Because the thing is, there's like a list of karaoke. One of the things I do for my work is karaoke. That's my main job. I do karaoke. And you've got this list of names there, okay? Right? So, you add people to the list. Now, Facebook messages might come in. Can you put me? We'll be there soon. Okay, so you put them in the list and it goes, Dugga, 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 Dugga. And then there they are at the top. And you call them. Yes, SOS Gregorian, you're next. Up you come. And they haven't arrived. They haven't arrived. So then you have to go down to that one. Now, the problem is, if you go to that one, you've then got to carry on going down and leaving that one at the top. And it throws the system out. The system doesn't work too well like that. It's blooming well annoying when people do that. So if you're going to send over, you may, of course, send over Facebook messages with your requests. But also, you need to tell me what time you're going to get there. Otherwise, I can't. If I put them in the system, it throws the whole thing out. It's like some people, they want to change their song. And there are certain offenders of people, I'm going to name them now. Jade, the Lady Phoenix, DJ Chris, who's another good offender? Let's think. Actually, I think they're probably the only... Oh, that Shy is the worst one. Shy. He's the tall, very, very good voice. Very talented with his vocal cords. But he is the worst offender. Can I change my song? Can I change my song? And you change... Oh, and it's just so awkward to do this. Why can't you just choose a song and blooming well stick with it? Can you imagine being shopping with one of these people in Debenhams, dear? No, I didn't think so either, darling. My sister loves Debenhams. Oh, my God. Don't go to Debenhams with my sister. You never get out. She's in there for ages. I mean, how many pairs of knickers can you look at? They all look the same. They go around your arse and keep your bum warm. That's it. Why do you need the special one with little frills round the edge? Or letters on it, dear? CK. Why has it got to be like that? Just get a pair of knickers and get out of the shop, dear. Oh, she's on there for hours. Oh, can we just have a look at this? No, I want to go. Dear me. Primrose Valley is the one I'm going to. Mark, are you going to turn up there, lovey? Primrose Valley? I must warn you, while I'm with my nephews 5 and 4-year-olds, I am the same as them. Okay, I must warn you that. I am the same as a small child when I am with small children. Be warned. Parents hate me. Why is he making so much noise with the children? Oh, go away, you miserable old gits. It's usually fat mothers that complain. Fat mothers. Get out, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get out of my way, I got a buggy. Coming along. Have you seen them in the supermarket? Great big fat things with prams with 3 children. I mean, the pram just about gets down the aisle. You know, you're at the baked bean counter, aren't you? Where the pram's coming towards you. Oh, my God. And you're like this against the baked bean counter. And the floor's moving as they're coming towards you. You can actually feel the floor vibrating before they come into view. Ghastly people, dear. You get them all in Sainsbury's. I had to go up to Sainsbury's today. Oh, I hate it in there. And I didn't actually go in the supermarket. I do need some paprika. Paprika is one of the spices that I use in my campfire stew. I completely run out of it. So I was going to go in there and I looked and I thought, oh, I hate Sainsbury's. I hate the customers. The staff aren't much better. The customers are ghastly people. They're all in the petrol station today and they don't give a toss about anyone. There is absolutely no consideration for anyone else. Mind you, that is public in general now, I think. No consideration for anyone else. You want to see the way they park up and down this road? It's a blooming joke. There'll be a head-on crash one day. There will absolutely be a head-on crash on my little road one day. I have to tell you, and I love it here. I've been here 25 years, okay? And I said to my best mate the other day, I'm actually falling up. Where I am, I'm off the main bit of road, so I'm kind of out of it a little bit. No one walks past here because I'm at the end and then it's blocked. There's like bushes. You can't walk past my house to something else. Do you see what I mean? It stops it. So no one walks past. So I'm kind of a little bit buffered from it. But come out of it and I go up the main part of the road. Awful people. Ghastly people, dear. And it's got worse in that for some reason in the last 2 years it's got particularly bad. And they don't give a toss about anyone else. And I said to my mate, do you know, I'm starting to fall out of love with this road. And I am. So I'm not sure where that's going to end up. I do love this house here where I am. I love where I am at the end. But there you are. It's one of those things. People don't care. People just don't care. Oh, is it really? So Mark says I'm 25 minutes up the road from where he works. Well, where do you work then? Do let us know. Good evening, Laura English. Hope you had a nice birthday the other day. All right. Gustav said it's not white lightning, it's diamond white. 4-litre bottles. Sorted. There will be holiday broadcasts, but they tend to be recorded. They'll be like a little bit like family videos. So I hope you enjoyed those. We'll do some of those when I go there. Hello to Shania. Adrian says, good evening. What's that big back knob in front of you? This one here is my microphone. Didn't you know that? It's my microphone here, dear. Very, very, very old, this. It's just several years old, this one. Hang on a minute. Oh, hang on. My elastics come off a minute. It has to sit like that. Then you can't hear things when they bang, you see. Can I just go over onto YouTube for a moment? Hello to YouTube. Simon Gilman says he's still waiting for me and Ronnie to do a game night. Well, don't hold your breath, you see. He's getting him round here. You can't tie him down. He just turns up when he wants to turn up, you know. And if something better comes along, I'm usually left out, you know. An excuse will be made. An excuse will be made for him not to turn up. So don't hold your breath. But when he does, he does. And that's it. I promise you that, okay? Hello to Weird City Citizen who likes both earphones in for my theme tune. You like my theme tune, don't you? That's written by a chap called David Arnold. And he gave me permission. I actually went to him and said, may I use this? How much will it cost? And he said, no, it's an old tune. Feel free to use it. Isn't that kind? David Arnold. Big music person. He's written scores for James Bond. But I don't know if he wrote that one. I love the theme, don't you? The circles at the beginning. Ba 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 ba, like that. Thank you. Do I like Joey Essex? No. He's a thicko, isn't he? I'm sure he's all right. It's not my cup of tea. Can you just imagine being out with him for a night? Oh, no. Do my head in. Weird City Citizen is more of a Dallas man. I love Dallas. I love the remake as well. I thought the remake was excellent. Do you know that's about 5 years ago now? The remake of Dallas. Can you believe that? 5 years ago that was brought back on the screen. Where did that go, for God's sake? And it was good, weren't it? We enjoyed the new series of Dallas. We really did. Back over onto Facebook. Alan's broke his ribs. How on earth did you manage that? He's at the hospital. Well, I happen to know, Alan. Do you know, I think I'm going to have to go and get my asthma thing. Oh, dear. Either that or sneeze. Hang on, let me try and make myself sneeze. No, it's not happening today, is it? Something. Can you just give me a second while I go and get that? I'll be back in a minute. One moment, please. Oh, dear. There we are, back now. Sorry about that, gang. It's rare that I actually have to use that. Now and again, it just appears from nowhere, doesn't it? Blooming asthma. Oh, Shania's got set seats at her church. Really? What, numbered? Oh, I didn't know that. That's unusual. I've never come across that before. Never come across that before. I need to inform the radio times of my schedule. No, I don't think so. Adam. How very dear. How very dear. You have to be a member of the first in the list club to get a hello. Yeah, you've got to be there early, SOS Gregorian, if you want to get get your hello in first. You can't reserve the first hello. It's outrageous. Good evening, the lovely Gio. Hello, Gio. Kevin Gio are watching this morning. Gio's one of our karaoke singers. Another excellent singer. We've got some really good singers at the karaoke at the moment. Gio's one of them. So thank you. Enjoy my holiday in Whitby. I really am looking forward to that. It's a bit of a drive. It's a 4-hour job, that is. It's an actual 4-hour job. But I'll probably listening to talk radio on the way up there. Not LBC. You know who's on in the morning, LBC. That ghastly lefty bloke. What's his name? Not Nick Ferrari, the one after him. Oh, I can't think of his name now. He's really awful. Talk about hard left. Jesus. Oh, and he just moans and moans and moans. I can't hear people that just constantly moan. Dreadful people. Can't think of his name now. I saw he did like a Jeremy Kyle type chat show. It's on YouTube. Oh, it's awful. He is so wooden and not with it. It's unbelievable. You've got to look that up on the YouTube. Gustav, who's the bloke on the LBC I'm talking about? I can't remember. Hello, Michael. Why did I see things flying around in a dark garden? I don't know. That was me, wasn't it? That was me running around in my garden. That's a few years old, that one. That was on one of my shows where I actually showed you how to make a comet. Because we had a comet in the sky, I think, at some point. So I was showing people, Michael, how to make their own comet. C-O-M-E-T. Just like a Blue Peter programme. I aspired to be a Blue Peter presenter when John Noakes and Peter Purvis and Leslie Judd and Valerie Singleton were on there. I always wanted to be a Blue Peter presenter. And then Connie Huck come along. Oh, she ghastly woman, dear. Oh, me all the time. Oh, she was awful. Connie Huck. Dreadful, dear, dreadful. Hello, Sharon Stones. Welcome to Sharon Stones. Thank you, those of you that take the time and trouble to share the show on your walls as well. That's always appreciated. I never ever ask anyone to do that. People just do it because they want to. So thank you, those of you that do that. All right. Whitby is lovely, said Weir Cities. I've never been up there. Not been up there, I don't think. Okay. Hello to Robert Cowley. Hello, Robert. Nice to see you, Rob. Good. It's been a few years since I saw you. Hope you're well. I think last time I saw you was at Two Brewers. I left there some months ago now. Quite a few months ago now. Yeah, I didn't want to work till 3 in the morning. They extended from 2 till 3 in the morning. That was a bit too much for me, so there we are. Oh, I'm sorry, Shania. Everyone sits in the same place. Well, when at some point I'll visit the Isle of Wight and I'll come to your church and you can tell me, Shania, before I get there, who would be the person most upset if I sat in their seat? And I will sit there. You can tell me the time they normally get there, and I shall arrive a few minutes before they usually get there and nick their seat. How would you like that, eh? Would you like me to do that, Shania? James O'Brien, thank you very much, Alan. James O'Brien. Oh, isn't he awful? And he's just so serious. There's no humour at all on his programme. This is what I don't get. No humour. Well, he did this channel, I think it was either Channel 4 or Channel 5, like a chat show, you know, where he's got the audience and they walk around with the microphone. Something that, I mean, Jeremy Kyle does it. He's all right at doing that. He's not my cup of tea, but he's all right. But he was so wooden and he was out of his depth. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. James O'Brien. Dreadful. Well, I don't listen, but I'll be listening to probably talk radio, because the talk radio is not talk sport, talk radio. A lot of people don't know about it, believe it or not. There's another national talk station now here in the UK, talk radio, and it's a little bit more, how would I put, it's a little bit more me, actually. It's generally much more light-hearted, and it's not constantly political and religious all the time, which is what LBC has become. It's become so boring on LBC, except, of course, for certain people. Steve Allen, Clive Ball I quite like. He does like a 9 o'clock slot where they might do a health thing or technology or property or something like that. That's always quite interesting. Tonight, actually, it'd be on now. Tonight, he'll be doing usually debt management. And people call in with their debt problems, and I like to listen to them and what advice they give and all that business. It's very interesting. 9 o'clock usually. That's on a Sunday, so that'll be on now, I think. Or it might be on at 8. Might have already been on. I can't remember now. But I used to like Nick Abbott a lot, but he's gone like really a bit odd, really. He's just obsessed with Donald Trump. Absolutely obsessed. And he used to be. He's still funny sometimes. Not as funny as he was for some reason. He's gone a little bit too far left as well, I think, for my liking. I like people round about the middle. Where most of you are probably around about the middle, same as me. Thank you, Kevin James. Hello, Kevin. When are you back in London? Friday. I'm back on Friday. We're back at Central Station on Friday night. Tomorrow there is karaoke at Central Station tomorrow, done by my very good friend Wayne, who's filled in a few times for me before, and people like him. So he'll be there tomorrow. And last time he did, it was very busy last time he was there. All right. Is it a bank holiday next Monday? Let me have a look. So what's tomorrow is 23rd. Oh, St. George's Day tomorrow. I mean, that goes by without much notice, doesn't it? So, isn't it a shame, really? St. George's Day, St. Patrick's Day. My God, everything's painted green. You know, and although I have to say, this year it didn't seem to be very big. This year, I don't know why. Was it cold or wet? Certainly, I mean, every single year on a St. Patrick's night, whether or not the venue I've worked at has done something special for St. Patrick's. Everyone comes in with these great big tall Guinness hats and stuff. There wasn't any at all. Green faces painted and lines and things like that. It's a fantastic night. Didn't happen this year. So I don't think it was as big as it usually is this year for some reason. But St. George's Day has never really been very big at all for some reason. We don't celebrate it. You know, probably so a pub would put all these flags up. Oh, it's really racist. Oh, you might offend someone. Take them down. Pathetic. Put them up if you want to, lads. That's it. No one's offended. The only people who are offended are the white middle-aged blokes and women who are offended on behalf of someone else. The actual people that they say are offended are not offended. Stupid politically correct people. Or they get on my nerves. I tell them. Don't sit there and listen to it. You've got to tell them. Otherwise it will get beyond it. Well, it's beyond a joke now. Don't put up with it anymore. Too long have we been listening to this crap coming from people about you can't say this and you can't say that, or that might hurt someone, or that might offend someone. Too long have you sat there listening to that crap and putting up with it. No, you need to fight back with your mouth. Fight back with your mouth. Tell them to go away and do one. I do. That's why I'm not on real radio, you see. Although, as I say, talk radio, which I'll be listening to tomorrow, that tends to be a little bit more, I think the word might be called laddie. Even when they have an excellent lady on in the morning, Julia Hartley-Brewer. When I say laddie, I'm including herself in that. It's, how can I put it? I don't know exactly what I mean, to be honest, but she would be in it. They're all in that together. And they have George Galloway on there, and I like him. I like him very much. His idea of politics is probably completely opposite to mine, but it doesn't matter. He comes across really well. George Galloway, quite like him. And Nigel Farage, he's on LBC though, Nigel Farage, isn't he? So two opposite ends, and I like them both. You know. Thank you. May the 7th is the bank holiday, is it? Okay. May the 7th. Good. Excellent. I'm still waiting to hear on 3 karaoke jobs. Now, 1 in East London, 1 in Marble Arch. Now, I've seen a date now for the Marble Arch one, which has been published, but I haven't been booked. So I don't know now if that's gone to someone else. I thought I might have that one, but it may well have gone to someone else or stayed with the person who's already doing it on another night. So I don't know what's going on there. I've been on to my agent tonight, and she's written back and said, yes, she said that she hadn't heard anything either. So it's possible, because he asked, at one point I was asked for, I think, but now I've seen a date published in a magazine, which is the 3rd, I think it was the 3rd of May. It's supposed to move on to the 3rd of May from one day to another, because it's on another day at the moment. It's on at Sundays at the moment. They're going to move it to a Thursday, and I'd heard that I'd got it, but now they've published the date, and I haven't been asked. So it's quite possible that it's gone to someone else, so that may well be the case. So I still can't give you a date for any new karaoke's yet. It's I keep getting these sort of nearly getting there, and then it doesn't happen. So it's one of those things, all right. Hello to Uganda Knuckles. Is it Knuckles? Watching on the YouTube today, who says, "What's up, Chris? We're all doing very well here, and welcome to our little show. It's just a little bit of fun we like to have every day, okay?" Hello to Billy Watkins. Where in Marble Arch? Where do you think, Billy? Where do you think could that be, dear? Where do you think that could be, Kevin? Yeah, the Quebec, yes. I had heard from a few people that I thought I had it back, because I was there before, but I've not heard anything. I've seen a date published now, but no one's come to me and said, you know, can you start or do this? So I don't know now. I can't give you a yes or a no. Sorry about that, all right? It's a job I'd very much like to do because I loved it there. I made so many friends there, but it may not come to me, and it's just one of those things, all right? It's just one of those things. Hello to, sorry, I've done that, haven't I? Rod Brown's with us. Good evening, Rod. Welcome along. And Andy Baker's there. Hello, Andy. Ray Reynolds was on the television last night. Ray Reynolds was on the television last night. Did anyone see the Queen's birthday party? Anyone see that? Most of it was horrendous. Oh, it was awful. It was awful. Fortunately, saved by a few people. If we could just find my... Where's my blooming notes gone? There we are. No, it's not there. Oh, wait there. Where's that gone now? Just a minute now. I've lost all my notes now. Well, I had them here a minute ago. Oh, gosh. Where's that? Oh, hang on. Here it is there. Is that it? Here. No, that's not it. What have I done with that? Oh, no. It's not on there. Well, I had it right here in front of me a minute ago. No. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Look, do you want to see my preparation today? Look at it. That's my preparation today. All neatly typed out, ready to read out. So last night on BBC One, Colour at 8 o'clock, we had Ray Reynolds was on the telly. Ray Reynolds is he's not actually with us tonight. I thought he'd be with us tonight. But he was on the telly last night in the Queen's birthday celebration things, playing the ukulele. And I don't know if you saw it or not. There was a whole load of them playing, and he was. As soon as they came on, it was from the Royal Albert Hall. What a wonderful venue that is! How lucky are we to have the Royal Albert Hall here in the UK? What a wonderful venue that is. Anyway, so they're all on the stage, and Ray Reynolds was at the back So if that was where they all were, he was he was second along from the left. And next to him was his very good friend and friend of mine, Mr. Johnny Key. And they were playing the ukulele as like an ensemble. And it was really good. It was one of the highlights of the evening, I have to say. Very, very good indeed. They were strumming along. Not only that, he got a close-up. He got a close-up. Close-up. No, like, far away. Close-up. Is that scary? Far away. Close-up. Fantastic. Well done, Ray Reynolds. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. And they were all very good. There seemed to be some bloke, I don't know what his name was, he was like in charge in the middle. But then they brought on Harry Hill, there's nothing wrong with Harry Hill, and Ed Balls, who's a politician, who were also playing the ukulele at the front. So generally, the cameras were on them two most of the time. And I couldn't understand why they brought these people on. And then I realised, of course, we now live in a celebrity world. So all these professional ukulele players standing at the back there were kind of outshadowed a little bit by Ed Balls, who's all right, I suppose, and Harry Hill, who seems a nice bloke. But why were they there? I couldn't work that out, why they were there, which kind of spoilt it a bit for me. But I thought they were great. This ukulele ensemble of, and it must have been 25, 30 of them on the stage, in 3 tiers. So Ray was at the back, and then the next one down, and then the next one down there. And the main man in the middle, who seemed to be in charge, he was a proper ukulele bloke. He knew what he was doing. I don't know if he was in charge of the whole lot, but it was really good, really good. So they had that. The whole show was hosted by Zoe Ball. Now, of course, she used to be a Radio 1 DJ. I'm sorry. No. Completely and totally out of her depth. It didn't seem very smooth to me. It didn't seem very natural. I like natural performers like Bradley Walsh. Bradley Walsh, very natural. Now, I've met him a couple of times in the King's Head Theatre Bar where I do the quiz. And he is exactly the same there as he is on the telly. Exactly the same. Very natural. And whereas you can compare him to, say, Ben Shepherd, who comes across as very fake. Now, Zoe, she didn't come across as fake, but that was the wrong job for her. For me, it didn't work. I don't think it worked. Did you watch it at all? Did you see Zoe Ball doing it? Did it work for you? Maybe it's me. Maybe I just didn't connect. She didn't connect with me. You need to connect with people when you're doing this sort of thing. She did not connect with me at all. But she did the show, and that was it. They had a couple of really good parts. At the beginning, they had these... Now, I don't want to say Indian, because they might have been Pakistani. Asian. They had these Asian drummers on called the Dole Foundation, DOHL, I think it was. The Dole Foundation. Oh, they were fantastic. They were right at the beginning of the show. And they come on with these drums like a double-ended bongo, really, which they big things. Must be heavy, I would imagine. But because good-looking boys. Good-looking lads they were. And they were all smiling and happy. Really good performers. And they were dancing in this like Arabian dress that they had on, banging the drums either side, boom, 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 all smiling, dancing around. Fantastic. Fantastic. So they did their number, and then it finished, okay? And everyone's going, Ray, 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 Ray. And then they started doing about boom, 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 boom. And at the back comes Tom Jones. It's not unusual to be loved. Boom, 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 boom. And he did a verse. And then the orchestra joins in as well. Oh, that was something else. That was something else. I thought it was really, really good, that part of it. So you had the Dow I don't know how you say it, Dow, D-O-H-L, the Dow Foundation and Tom Jones playing together, which was just amazing. And also, a little bit later, I haven't seen the whole programme yet. I told you about the Ray Reynolds and his ukulele thing. Let's have a look. They had, right at the beginning, sorry, before the drummers, they had various celebrities singing Happy Birthday on their own. So, happy birthday to you, another celebrity. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday, No, that didn't work. That was cringing. That was cringeworthy, that part of it. Awful. Awful. Didn't work at all. So that was that. Then they had Jamie Cullen was on there. Now, I didn't think much of him. Did you see him? Jamie Cullen? I don't know. That didn't work. He was playing the piano, but he didn't look like he was all there to me. It was like he was like somewhere else in his head. I don't know whether he was or not. So I didn't think much of him. But then, just when I was going to give up on the programme, there was this boy who came on. I don't know how old he is. 16. He's 16 years old. This boy came on. Yellow jacket. What a talented boy. And it turns out, well, I thought he'd won The Voice. I'm sure someone said he was the winner of The Voice. And I checked on the YouTube. And it wasn't him that won. It was a woman that won. He came, I think, second. The boy's name was Donnell Mangena. Donnell Mangena. What a talented boy. I couldn't believe it. The singing, he had the dance. I don't know, sometimes I see people dance. Wow, how can you dance like that? It was a bit like a young Michael Jackson. There is a star of tomorrow. And it was Prince Harry who brought him on. And Prince Harry did this little speech, wishing Your Majesty happy birthday. And whenever it cut to pictures of the royal box, they all looked bored to tears. They all looked really bored to tears. Did you notice that? The Queen looked like she was falling asleep, love. Well, it's probably late for her at that hour, weren't it, I suppose? She looked like she was falling asleep. Like that. I mean, she should have bought a crossword in or something like that if it was that boring. She's got a little smartphone out or something like that. Tapping away on it to keep her busy. Something. I don't know what else. And anyway, so Harry brought on this boy and he said, please welcome Donnell Mangena. And he come on. And when the boy come on, Harry shook his hand. And there was an exchange of glances between the two of them. And Harry was he's so warm, isn't he? Just like his mother. Just like Princess Diana. He comes across as so warm, Harry does. And it was like to give the boy a little bit of good luck, I suppose. But he didn't need it. He was fantastic. So watch out for that name. Donnell Mangena. I hope he has a record out soon. But he's so much talent, that boy. So much talent. So we found a new star on there as well last night. Good. So that was my delve into the Her Royal Majesty's birthday party last night, which I haven't quite seen the whole of yet, so I'll watch a little bit more of that later on when I have a cup of tea. Billy says she's 92. Well, she is, yeah. I mean, I must admit, I have to have a little sleep in the afternoon. On the other hand, I always have done. I've always had a sleep in the afternoon. I think possibly in a past life I was Spanish or something like that. Quite possibly Spanish. All right. Good evening to Colin, who joins us a little bit later for the show. Good evening, Colin. Welcome along. Just like Catherine Tate at the BAFTAs. Awful. So you didn't like Zoe Ball either. No, it didn't work, did it? It just didn't work. Sharon Stone is wishing Her Royal Highness happy birthday as well. Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. It's going to be Paris's birthday on the 18th. Or on the... Oh, Paris is 18th on the 6th of May. I've got nothing booked. 6th of May. Where am I on the 6th of May? That's a Sunday. 6th of May is a Sunday, I think it is, Sharon. Got nothing booked. If I bring her birth certificate, we can come to one of your karaoke's. I won't be working on the 6th of May. I'm off on that Sunday. I've got another possible Sunday now. That's one of the possibilities. Sunday, which would be in Nunhead. Nunhead is a possibility for Sunday nights at the moment, but I don't have a date yet, okay? Don't have a date yet. Billy says, 90... Yeah, I couldn't understand why Shaggy was on there. Shaggy didn't really fit into it at all. Sting was, of course, playing the guitar behind, wasn't he? Saved by Alfie Bow and Tom Jones. Fancy having Shaggy on not right for Her Majesty. No, I don't think he was, actually. He wasn't right for Her Majesty, was he? Bum, 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 bum. Yes, Billy. Yeah, I mean, if the offer's there, then yes, but I haven't had the offer yet. I had an interest. I had my agent called me and said, someone's asked for you, would you be interested? And I'm like, yes, I would be. And that's the last I heard. So I don't know. It may not have come to me. It may have gone somewhere else, or it may be with the person who's already there. All right. So we'll have to see. Keep your fingers crossed there, because I'd like to do that again. I'd like to be back in central London doing something. Can't be sitting here bored at home. Did you hear about the guy who died from Austin Powers? Yeah, the little bloke. Well, depression again, it looks like. Another one who was so upset. Well, we don't know the whole story yet, but it looks like he might have been so upset that he took his own life again. It's just awful. It's very, very sad, all these people dying who've got depression. Oh, we've got a message here. Private message. Just a minute. I don't always keep an eye on those private messages, so it's a bit hit and miss whether I see it or not. Adam, can I say hello to Sammy Cast, who is watching, who is my Slimming World consultant, Queen of all of Slimming World. No, dear, that's Linda. Linda is Queen of all of Slimming World. Linda, Slimming World Wokingham, is Queen of all of Slimming World. You must have the princess there, darling. You must... You must have the princess. So we've got to say hello to Sammy Cast, who is watching, who is my Slimming World consultant, Queen of all Slimming World in Lenham, and is an incredible and amazing lady. So hello to Sammy. Welcome to the show, Sammy. I'm a Slimming World person as well, my darling. I managed to lose 2 stone, although it's been creeping up a little bit recently. I am going on holiday next week as well. But I don't want to go I'll probably go off plan a little bit. Well, I won't go too mad. The occasional ice cream dipped in chocolate with some hundreds and thousands. Oh, yes. Hello, Alberto. Welcome to the show, Alberto. Okay. Now, we've got some news stories as well. First of all, the weather, which I mentioned at the beginning of the show. It says in today's Super Soaraway Daily Mail, with this story published today at 2 o'clock in the morning. Britons have flocked to beaches and parks to make the most of the recent summer-like weather, and it really has been beautiful out there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see these, actually. I should have uploaded these onto my system. But there you go. Let's try and show you. I've got yellow tulips. Now, can you see that? Yes, you can. Look, there you go. I took those out the front of my house. Aren't they beautiful? Is it better over there? 1 minute. Let's try over here. 1, 2, 3. Yes, you can. There you go. Look, yellow. That's my front garden. Aren't they beautiful? I planted those back in September. It's marvellous. There might be another couple of pictures. There's a little bit closer there. I've got 2 lots of those out the front garden. Aren't they beautiful? Do like flowers. And I've got various other flowers coming up there. The camellias have flowered. One white one and a red one. And the magnolias are just about to finish flowering. The leaves are dropping. The petals are dropping off now. Some flowers, they don't last long at all. Poppies are another one. They look absolutely beautiful when they open poppies. You'll be lucky if you get 2 days, maybe 3, possibly 3. 3 days, the petals fall off. That's it. End of poppies. And you've been waiting a whole year to see them. Up they come. 3 days, and then they're gone again until next year. How mad is that? The best things to buy if you like everlasting flowers are orchids. You know, this is a plant from last year, which has come back into flower. That one there, which is just going out now, that one's been going that one's been in flower since my birthday, 5th of February. Look, and it's just starting to fade now. And the flowers will die off, and if you look after it, you'll get them back again at some point. But they last for months, the orchid flowers. They really do. You like those, don't you? I do like those yellow. I've never had yellow tulips out the front, so they'll be all right for a few days. And I'm so glad I saw them. They came out because they looked like they were going to come out while I was on holiday. I thought, I'm going to miss those, but I've seen them now, so that's nice in the buckets. And yesterday I bought some mauve and white pansies. I don't know if you could see those in the picture or not. Could you? The mauve and white pansies. 1 minute. Perhaps I can zoom into them. But, no, I don't think you can. Oh, hang on, is that them there? Oh, you can just about see those. Yeah, come back on that camera now. There we are. You can just about see that at the bottom. Oh, hang on. How do we do that? Yeah, can you see them? Just there. Mauve pansies. And I bought some of those yesterday from Sainsbury's, from Homebase. And they're dirt cheap, you know, about £2, about £3 for 6 of them or something like that, and you just put them in the things and be done with it. But I like my garden doing bits and pieces. Anyway, so do Sharon Stone likes them, don't you? Aren't they beautiful, Sharon? Oh, hello to Christina in Cornwall. Just had horrible Mexican food in Newquay, but the weather and coast are awesome. Oh, not good then, was it? Oh, dear. Who's on the calendar behind you? Which one? This one? It's Barry Manilow. Barry Manilow there. There's the Queen there. And there's me and Mum. Mum's no longer with us. I lost her in 2000. That's me and Mum at the top there, all right? Just in case you wanted to know. Alberta is learning English. Well, I hope we can help you learn English, Alberta. Okay? Central Station, 11th of May. Hang on. Yes, I'll be there 11th of May. Will you get in? Well, I don't see why not. Why wouldn't you get in, Sharon? Have you been kicked out of there before then for being drunk? Sharon Stone is one of the very first. Actually, I don't know if you were one of the first people, but I know her from the Black Cap, and the stories we could tell you about the Black Cap. Me and Sharon Stone there, the stories we could tell you. We had such a laugh there. She was the party queen of the Black Cap, Sharon Stone, weren't you? Eh? They're 3 years it's been closed now. The Black Cat was a place I worked at for 18 years, actually. I was the main DJ there for a period of time as well. Not the whole 18 years I wasn't the main DJ, but there's like a period of time where you are like the main kind of thing in there. And I had a wonderful time there. And it's been closed 3 years now. There's a group of people, wonderful people, called We Are the Black Cap, of which I'm a member, but I don't do anything. Fortunately, I haven't got the time to go and help them do things, but they're trying to get it reopened. And it's been going on for 3 years now, and it hasn't happened yet. On the other hand, nothing else has happened to it. They haven't managed to build flats or anything like that, which they said they were going to do. So, you know, we are hopeful, and it's just top marks for the people there. Top marks for the people for trying. They just keep going. Every week they're outside the front there, handing out leaflets and collecting signatures. Absolutely brilliant. I tell you, Sharon, what they're doing there. What they're doing, everyone. All right. Yeah, come along to Central any day, Billy. Please do. I don't have a date for the Swan either, Alan. This is the trouble. I've got a few jobs that are sort of there, but no start dates, and no one has given me a definite yes. I haven't had a definite yes from any of them. They seem to be almost there. And this keeps happening at the moment. I get almost there, and then nothing happens. No one says no, but it doesn't seem to go any further. The good news is that there doesn't seem to be, like, a karaoke doesn't start at one of the other places. So it hasn't gone to someone else. But I don't know what's going to be with the Quebec one. Don't know yet. I'm hoping to find out next week for sure. And they've got it. Well, they'll have to, because the 3rd of May, apparently, May the 3rd, Thursday, May the 3rd, is the start date for that. I saw it advertised in one of the magazines on Thursday. So although the date's there, no one's come to me yet. So it may have gone somewhere else, as I say. All right. How can I buy the Black Cap? Do you know they want £300,000 a year? Rent! £300,000 a year. It's going to cost... Oh my God, about 500,000 to do it up, surely. A minimum, I would say. Remember, it's been closed. Derelict for 3 years. Place will be alive. It was alive when we were going there, love. Can we do this weather story? Look at this. Areas of the UK have been hotter than Morocco. Those poor people running a marathon in that heat. Mind you, I've done it. I've run in heat. I used to go running. And I would run for 45 minutes to an hour. And I did that in Cairns in Australia. I stayed at a little private resort there. It was lovely. It was a few years ago. I was doing running then. I would go and run every day. And I built up this running, okay? I built up this running because I had this idea that I wanted to run along the beach, you know, like they do in Baywatch, right? So over the months before I was due to go on holiday, I started running, and I built up. I built up to an hour. I could run an hour non-stop, right? So I went out there, and I thought, right, here we go. So I got my trainers on, and let's go running along the beach. Have you ever tried to run along a beach? Not possible, dear. Your feet just keep sinking into the sand. So I thought, I've done all that for nothing. I said, well, I'm not going to give up. So I used to go, and there was a little car park, and I would literally run in circles to keep my running going, because I had it in me now. I needed to run every morning. That's what I did here. That's what I wanted to do there. So I ran every morning. And I would run round and round in a circle, and it was so hot. I mean, probably it was quite dangerous what I did. And I'd finish, and I'd literally go back into my room, take off all my clothes, and lay on the bed like that, trying to cool down. Silly, silly thing. Probably dangerous to do that. So I know what it's like running in heat, because we'd be talking 80, 85 degrees where I was in Cairns, in sort of northern Australia. Probably a silly thing to do. Yeah, I know you run a pub in Westminster. How's it going there? Are you a daytime pub or a nighttime pub there, as a matter of interest, Billy? Would I like to run my own pub? No, I wouldn't. I think, I'll be honest, Alan. Now, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I'm going to do it here. If I run a pub, I think it would be quite successful. I know how to talk to customers, how to give them the best. I would try and give them the best service. I wouldn't have anyone waiting for a drink unless they absolutely had to, you know. I would put an entertainment every night. I think I'd know how to run one. I wouldn't know how to order stuff, but I guess you would learn that. But generally, customers first. I would always remember that. The customers come first. Not the staff, the customers come first. It would be comfortable and nice. I wouldn't have any of these wooden tables and chairs that a lot of people at places have got now. They would be comfortable chairs and all that. I think I'd do really well. But I wouldn't want to be tied to one place. You know, to have to go in to that office every day. No, that's not really for me. Not really for me. Oh, they had all the runners there at Billy's pub in Westminster. Oh, nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Westminster, Westminster, but it must be. Is it dreadful parking round there? Is it awful parking round there, Billy? Must be a little bit dicey round there, isn't it? Parking. They're straight on you, the men with the tickets, aren't they? Back to this weather thing. It says temperatures are expected to drop on Monday and through the week, with highs of only 15 degrees centigrade expected on Monday. Oh, come on, that's not too bad, is it? 15 centigrade isn't too bad. That's still about 60, isn't it? Something like 60. Forecasts are predicting lows of -5 in Scotland and -3 in northern parts of England next week. Yeah, I bet that'd be at night time. It's not going to be daytime, is it? Well, I hope not, anyway. But it don't matter. I tell you what, caravans are not cold anymore. If you've got the ones with central heating, they're lovely. They're lovely. And don't worry, I've got the one with the central heating. Let's have a look here. That's a complicated weather map. I'm looking in the Daily Mail. What on earth is all that? Oh no, it's not. You just hover around with the mouse. So where I am, that's sort of north. That's that. So about 10 degrees at the moment. Well, that's all right. Can we move the day? Oh, hang on. Yeah. Today, no. Monday. Okay, Monday. So I'll be there at about 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, I reckon. Let's have a look. 13 degrees. That's all right. That's all right. And you know what? When you're on holiday with little children, the weather is irrelevant. It's nice to have a nice sunny day. But if it's raining or cloudy, doesn't matter. As long as the children are having fun. The weather really is irrelevant. Doesn't matter. Park outside number 10 Downing Street. I think I might be towed away from there or blown up. If you park outside, can you just imagine just turning up outside? Well, you can't, can you? Because of the gates. Turning up at the gates and just getting out of the car, locking up and walking off. They'd blow the car up. They'd blow up my little spaceship. St. James's Park. Parking's not that bad. Oh, really? Okay. Why do they want a karaoke there then, Billy? I never thought of trying anywhere around there. Did they want a karaoke night there, do you think? Might be worth a try, mightn't it? Might be worth a try, that. I quite like this story. Now, let's see what your attitude is towards this, okay? Ready? How are we doing on time, by the way? Oh, blimey. Well, make this the last story tonight, okay? Look at this, right. So, a restaurant has apologised after it shared the name, email and mobile phone number of a diner who didn't show up to a table booking. Bullies in Cardiff shared the apology on Twitter a day after owner Russell Bullymore revealed the customer's personal details on the social media site. Mr. Bullymore shared customer Emily Quinlan's details because he was frustrated that she hadn't turned up to a registration. However, despite his apology, the restaurant later thanked a Twitter user who described Mr. Quinlan as a selfish cow. When the Mail Online, this is in the Daily Mail, contacted Bullies, a staff member said they couldn't pass on Mr. Bullymore's contact details because it breached data protection. The owner said he had tried to get in touch with Mrs. Quinlan but has been unsuccessful. Responding to the restaurant's reveal, Miss Quinlan claimed she could not make the booking because of an emergency. Oh, that old one. She also said she had only booked a table of 2 and didn't think she'd cost Bully that much money for not making the reservation. She wrote, "I'll be passing this on to the Information Commissioner Office. Your complete lack of professionalism and decorum has clearly lost you a lot of custom already." So I don't know what you think about that. I have to say, publishing someone's email address and phone number on a website, I think that's probably a bit much. That's probably gone a little bit too far. I don't know what you think about this. On the other hand, there are so many people who simply don't bother to turn up. I mean, there can't be that many emergencies going on in the world all the time where restaurants lose so many bookings through saving tables for people or booking tables. You know, if I had a restaurant, I'd take a blooming deposit from everyone. I really would if they wanted to make a booking. Or maybe that's been tried before and it for whatever reason it doesn't work. I've had it in various places that I've worked over the years. Whether it's a karaoke or a quiz night or a DJ, someone rings up, could we save 2 tables? It's so-and-so's birthday party. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. And you've got a busy pub and over there you've got a little bit roped off perhaps and a couple of tables are saved and they're saved for 8 o'clock and 8:15 and 8:30. Still not there. We've even got like half an hour late and you get a phone call. Oh, we're running a bit late. Ever so sorry. We'll be there soon. Okay, put the phone down. And they simply don't turn up. Rude. They do it at the doctors as well, don't they? And hospital appointments. Costing the NHS thousands of pounds. People just don't turn up. How rude is it to do that? Why can't people have the decency to just pick up the phone and say, "Oh, sorry, our plans have changed. We don't need the table." No problem at all. Let the table go. Someone else can get it. Billy says a business could be sued for that. I'm sure they could. Yeah. They probably could. But and he says it's illegal to publish personal details. Okay, fair dues. But, perhaps he shouldn't have done that. But she should blooming well have rung up and cancelled the table if she wasn't going to turn up. And she's not the only one, let's be honest about this. The places I've seen, where you've held tables, I've done the quiz nights, right? And there might be 7 tables booked and 5 of them don't turn up. Large groups are the best ones. They're the best ones to let you down. You must have this, Billy. You might have, lunch booked for 20 people. 1 o'clock. 1:20, you're still there twiddling your thumbs and no one's turned up. How rude is it not to turn up to these places? Oh, well, that's one of those things, isn't it? Weird City Citizen says, is Ronnie's present a Barry Manilow ticket? No. He's been before a couple of times. He seems to enjoy it, but it's not like big on his priority list. Not like mine. We love Barry Manilow. We absolutely do. Now, you know what I didn't do today? Open the phone line. Why didn't someone remind me to open the phone line? I was going to open the phone line today. We haven't done it, have we? Never mind, too late now. Here, Billy says I take a deposit. Good. Yeah, I should think you do. Right, we'll do today's birthdays then, boys and girls. Happy birthday on this Sunday, the 22nd of April, to my cousin, Patrick Devlin, in New Zealand, a young 51 years old today. Happy birthday, Paddy. Hope you're well. Lovely to see you last year. Happy birthday to Patrick Devlin, 51 today, my cousin. Happy birthday to Joanne Green-Ecker. Happy birthday, Joanne. Adam Russell is 38 years old today. Happy birthday, Adam. Marianne Leroc. Hello, Marianne. Long time no see. Happy birthday. Antony Marshall, who turned up at the karaoke on Friday. It's his birthday today as well. Happy birthday, Antony. It was lovely to see you again. And your friends, of course, on that table. Dawn Barker. Happy birthday, Dawn Barker, today. And happy birthday to Brian McCann, who's 48 years old today. Happy birthday, everyone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Patrick, Joanne, Adam, Marianne, Antony, Dawn and Brian. Happy birthday to you. Yes. And I sing that song without any help at all from Zoe Ball. I don't need a presenter. I just do the whole thing. It's a one-man show, this is. Everything I've ever done is a one-man show. Anyway, that's it today. Thanks ever so much. Now, the next live show will be probably on Friday morning, around about 9:30, I guess. Okay, so probably Friday morning about 9:30. I will try and do some little recorded shows from where I am on holiday. You will find those either on YouTube or Facebook. So you need to subscribe or sign up to one of those. My YouTube is youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. Hit a subscribe button there. You'll get an advice whenever a new show's come on there. So once again, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK is my YouTube channel. Or you can join us on Facebook as well. That's where most people are. Facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK. My username on there is Chris Reardon UK. And that's where you'll see all the little holiday videos. Now, obviously, if it's your birthday during the week, I probably won't be able to do it. I'll tell you what, we'll do... shall I do... How many have we got tomorrow? Let's have a look tomorrow. I'll do tomorrow's ones as well. Can I find those? Yes, I can. Now, we've got a few birthdays tomorrow as well. So let's do Monday's birthdays as well. Monday's birthdays. Paul Schofield turns 50 years old today. Life begins at 50, Paul. Happy birthday to Paul for tomorrow. James Watts on Monday, birthday. Anthony Morgan, happy birthday for Monday. Chris Houghton is 44 years old on Monday. Fraser Renton from Drag Mania. Oh, yes. Happy birthday, Fraser. Rob Tyler is 52 today. Used to be one of my school friends. Lived in Roehampton with us. Happy birthday, Rob. Stewart James Tiberius Franco, who looks ever youthful. How do you do it, Stewart? Happy birthday to you. And Katarina Kiktova. It's her birthday on Monday as well. So happy birthday to all of you as well. All righty, that's it today then. Thanks ever so much for joining us for the show tonight. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. And I'll see you again very soon. Wish me luck on my long journey tomorrow. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye.